Hello there, doctors. I'm Dr. Ann Truong,
I'm Dr. Mike Woo-Ming.
and welcome to DoctorBoss channel. On today's episode, we're going to focus on our series on how doctors can monetize online. And we're going to focus now on how doctors can make money selling physical products that align with their services. So you can really get out of a trading time for money and get out of the one-to-one interaction in the office. And the key word is leverage your time. Where your time, you can have different ways of making money online aside from seeing a patient in the office. I have created 17 sources of income to do that. It's leveraging my medical expertise. And so has Mike as well too. And Mike, how many sources of income do you think you have now
I don't
leveraging
have
your medical
I don't have
expertise?
17. I think I'm like closer to like 11 or 12. I last count. I'm hoping to get another 5 probably by the end of this year to match
That's
me.
right. That's right. You got to catch up to me, but I think I'm on my way to 18, no, 19.
You keep raising the bar.
Yeah,
I love
yes.
it.
I love it when we raise each other up as we do this. So let's focus on how you can monetize with physical products. And when I say physical products, we mean like products like this that you can hold on to, private label supplements, or even doesn't even have to be private label. You can actually sell supplements that is made by another company. So there are multiple ways to sell physical products without doing the fulfillment of the product yourself. So we're going to kind of dive into that because both of us have a lot of extensive experience in selling physical products. You can start with in the office. So if the patient comes to see you in the office, and for me, it's hormones or sexual health. When they check in, I have a whole cabinet that I display in front of them when they check in all the different products we have that is there. It's almost like as if you go to the grocery store and at the checkout stand and you see all this stuff and you always decide to buy it the last minute. Well, we display all our products there where they check in and they check out and there's are named for it. So that creates almost like curiosity. So if you are a doctor that has a physical office, you can actually have products that can be displayed. And there are two ways to get products. You can either order it directly from the manufacturer or the company that makes it, or you can private label, which means you have your office name like that on the supplement. And with this, I work with the manufacturer directly. They make this for me, and then they slap my label on called private label. I pay them a price to order in 300 quantities. They ship it to my office and then I sell it. So that's kind of like what private label means. But you can also sell the bottle without the private label with just the company's name on it. You buy it wholesale and then you mark it up to suggested retail price. Well, Mike, what do you do in your office?
Yeah, just a combination of both private label and private label. So benefits for private label products. One is it's unique. It's you. I can't tell you how many of our patients are looking on Amazon. Well, and if it's just Dr. Ann's or Dr. Mike's product, guess what? They're not going to be able to get it on. So you're cementing that the relationship that you have with the patient. You're deepening that patient trust. You're going to have higher margins because you can, well, for both, you can determine what the pricing is. But again, it's going to make you unique. So in ours, we have supplements that deal with weight loss, with hormone, replace skin. In our aesthetics, we do skincare. You don't even have to just think about, supplements. It could be something physical. I know, you deal with your background in PM&R. It could be fitness bands or certain weights or maybe even a tracker that you can do that is just branded with your name on it. And ideally, when you're looking to do, when I work with clients, we both work with clients, so they're looking to, how can we generate revenue? One of the easiest ways, without, again, as Ann mentioned, sacrificing time for money, is to start selling more things without your involvement in there. And that's having the display case. We have a display case. We have it where our nurses have our products in the drawer. And when they're talking to the patients, they're educating them about this product and they're able to pick it up on there. So we just added some revenue. I've seen goal would be great for having products is about 20% of your revenue. We haven't quite made it to that, but that's what we're striving for. So of our total revenue, 20% is just made on products. So it's very powerful.
We have our product revenue because we sell a lot of it online. We sell it online. So at definitely about 5 figures a month right now, but
That's
it's
tremendous.
definitely more than 20%. I think it's more like 30%. But a lot of our product sales is online to our YouTube channel. So it's easy for doctors to start instituting this because if you private label, you have to buy it at a minimal, it's called the minimal order amount. And some companies will allow you to order it at about 36 amount to 300 amount. And so the reason why I ordered 300, I get it at a lower cost, but I move the product quicker. But if you just start to sell the product and you want it private label, you can order at a minimal amount. Now, for those that are listening, I have a contact where, and for you might too, if you want to sell private label product at a very reasonable price, that is much lower than Metagenic, orthomolecular product, or the other big brand name products that sell wholesale to doctors, reach out to us because we have so much in demand of our products. We're working directly with the manufacturer. Yeah, companies like orthomolecular or Metagenics or Designing for Health, they're actually the middleman. They're not manufacturing it themselves. So I'm going straight to the manufacturer to manufacture this, and we have a contact for that. So contact us on the podcast directly because I feel that if you can get the products at a lower price, you can sell it at a better margin at a lower retail price. Like before, when I used to get the nitric oxide, I would get it at about $29 a bottle wholesale. Now I'm getting it at $13 a bottle.
Great.
So I cut down my cost by 2/3 by going directly to the manufacturer. So that's just a little tip there.
And the best way to reach us is for you to join our membership forum. We have it at school, which is at skool.com/doctors online success. We'll have a link on there. Join up with there, and then you can both talk with both Ann and myself directly and ask us about
Exactly.
it.
We
Ask
are
us about
on
it.
there, so are other doctors on there. There's a URL that you can go directly on there. It's called Doctors Online Success, doctors with plural. So we got the URL. So if you just type in doctorsonlinesuccess.com, it will go straight to
Oh,
that
we
school
got
group.
it.
Oh
Very
yeah, we
good.
bought it. You know me, I'm all about buying
All
unique
right.
URL.
We're moving up. We have our
Yeah,
own domain name.
we bought that URL and we also bought the DoctorBoss.com as well as our marketing agency. So let's get back on selling physical products. Mike was talking about
Yeah.
it's not just supplements, it could be devices.
Right. And I do want to add just one other thing on that. When you're deciding between private label and non-private label, and Ann gave a great resource, ask your current vendors right now if they have a private label program or if they're open to a private label program. Number of them, they do let you know, but some of them don't know. And maybe they're new to this, or maybe they're a smaller brand. Ask them if they do it. Honestly, I would actually start doing private label. I would do non-private label first, just so you can determine the need of that particular product. I wouldn't do private label if you're unsure, because the last thing you want to do is to spend thousands of dollars on inventory that is just sitting there. So you can do non-private label. You can have low overhead. Maybe you don't even need to have the products in your clinic. Maybe they can do drop shipping. So you want to test demand with non-private label before you go in private label. That's been my experience.
Absolutely. Like what he's trying to say is that oftentimes the company themselves, like Orthomolecular, Design for Health, Metagenic, they will give you a link that goes straight to their website that your patient can order. And every time they order, you get a percentage of the retail price. So normally it ranges between like 20 to 30%. So it say something's $100, you get like $30. So that's like the no expense, low cost way to get started. The company will give you that link and then you will send that link to your patient. Now, that's the pro. But the con of that is if you don't get private label, that patient can go elsewhere. They can go on Amazon and they can go on Shopify, whatever, to buy the product outside of your link because they feel they go on Amazon, the shipping is paid for. So that's part of why people buy other products that are not private label to you. But if there's private label to you, they can't buy it on Amazon because you're not going to sell it on Amazon. So that's one of the things why we private label is that it sets our brand apart and that they can't buy it anywhere else. But to get started easily, if you're a doctor, you want to carry supplements to get started, start with the link so that way you don't have to worry about shipping it out. But the margin for profitability, for profit, is better if you do private label and then ship it out yourself. Or with patients in the office, we sell a lot in the office. Patient would see what we have, and literally they will walk out with about $300 to $700 in products when they come in. So that leads me to the next thing is that you're going to offer the product, make sure that it align with what you do. So like if you are weight loss, and Mike, I don't know what product you guys carry in your weight loss.
Lots of supplements, lots and lots of something supplements to help an additional weight. That's primarily what we've done. I've seen other clinics though we haven't incorporated where they've sold like trackers, even weight scales for that. Those are some non-supplement type products that you could be selling. For most of us, for most my clinics, mostly it's supplements.
And what type of supplement? So that way, if a doctor wants to do a weight loss clinic, they could have some ideas of what supplement to include.
Basically, there are some things that are like lipo products. We have lipo B, lipo BC, those type of things. Then we get into some peptides for some doctors that maybe they're not familiar with that world. You want to be educated. Of course, with anything that you sell, it has to be something that you feel can help the patient. I mean, that goes without saying, right? So oftentimes these are things that we've tried ourselves and we're using it on ourselves. And or even sometimes we even have, patients come asking, hey, would love if you carried, X supplement or Y supplement on in there. And then we'll look into it. And if it matches what we do, oftentimes vendors bring it up to us. So we'll talk about shopping carts in a moment. But for ours, we have like an online store where we may be having products, but maybe they have like other products that they're introducing. And it's not costing us. We just get an affiliate commission for it. And they basically just drop ship it to us on there. So that's a way that you can, again, I'm talking about inventory a lot because I know the pain of having things that don't sell that just sit there. So when you're running a streamlined business on that, you want to make sure that, you're watching your expenses, and you certainly don't want to buy something that's just going to sit on the shelves and then later expire.
Absolutely. I've had that experience where I threw out hundreds of expired bottles. And guess who takes the expired supplement? I do. Me and
Me, my wife,
my staff,
other
you
family
know.
members, staff. Oh,
But
yeah.
you can't sell it, but you can certainly take it. It's the potency, it just decreases over time, but it still works. I'm the one that takes all the expire supplement. But being on that thought, make sure that it aligns with what you do. Like for us, we do sexual health, so we carry vitamin D3 with K2. We carry DIM, which is for hormones. We carry prostate supplement like palmetto and then ashwagandha. And then we carry nitric oxide, which is made from arugula. And then we also carry an essential greens powder that we private label as well, which has all the antioxidant, the greens on here, and protein powder for our men that want to put on more weight, but private label. So make sure that it align with what you do. But if you're doing sexual health, those are the things that we carry. We also do weight loss. So we would do like lipoburn, berberine. Berberine is pretty good for
For metabolic
weight
support,
loss.
certainly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Berberine and then MIC injection, MIC, where it has 3 amino acids and it's an injection and they do it once a week, supposedly help burn fat. So if you want to add that in your office as an adjunct, you can do it next week. We're just giving you what we've done in our clinic that had made us quite a bit of money. So avoid pre-ordering unless you know there's a demand. Well, how do you know there's a demand? Try it out for a few months. But I have to tell you, from a marketing standpoint, and doing this for at least like the last, we've been selling supplements even before we went to catch, at least 10 years or so, is you always have to promote. You can't just think that you get the supplement, you display it, done. You have to promote it. You have to discuss it with the patient in the office. And if you have other providers in the office, your MA have to promote it, your nurse have to promote it, you have to promote it, constantly insert it into their care because you're giving them something that is helpful for their condition. So it's not like you're selling, but you always have to mention. So what I do is that when I see patients for hormones, I say, well, we have the prostate support because that helps with improving urine stream and urinary frequency. We have that available. This is kind of one step up, but you can also package the supplement that they need in your service as well. So like when we do hormone replacement therapy, we would increase the price, but we would include the supplement in there as well too. So that way they don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, for sure. Everything that you just mentioned, if you're in the skincare, obviously you can do skincare private label. I think that's one of the more lucrative aspects on it. But it has to make sense. And again, I know that some doctors are listening to this and say, oh, well, I'm not sure about this. Again, answer something that you're comfortable with. Again, we're just giving you guys examples. That seems to work for us. We 100% are confident on the supplements that we have, but you may not be as confident. And again, it should be something that at the end is going to be helpful to the patient.
Right. And introduce something that is easy to institute. Don't add in like 20 different stuff. Maybe add in 3 to 5. That's it. Start small and grow later, because oftentimes patients have to pay extra for that too. So you have to kind of consider that. Start small and then grow, and then charge what the manufacturer suggested at the retail price and go from there. I always feel that be generous in return. If patients are not satisfied with it, I always refund them or replace it with something else that they want. I always want them to be happy with what we do, because you don't want an unhappy customer. They'll tell 10 people about it, versus the happy customer would tell 1 or 2 people about it as well. So on that point, you can actually have a supplement store that is actually free. This is what I do with my supplement store, is that I have a WordPress website, and on my WordPress website, I add in a plugin called WooCommerce, WOO Commerce. And it's free plugin.
Just want to give. I didn't make it. It's not me. So much people have asked me that if it was me. I wish it was me.
I
But
know.
no.
I know you want to make so much money.
Yeah.
WooCommerce.
I would have gotten one more revenue stream to catch up with you.
I know you would have added one more revenue streams. But yeah, so we add WooCommerce plugin to our WordPress website. Doesn't cost us any money at all. And you can hire a website developer on Upwork or Fiverr. It'll cost like a couple $100 for them just to create that plugin for you and design that store for you. And that's what we have. It's professionally designed store for a couple $100 that would list all of our products on our website. And all you have to do is take pictures. You don't even have to take professional pictures. Honestly, we took all of our supplement pictures with my cell phone. It's literally my cell phone and good lighting. That's all you need. You don't need to have a professional photographer at all, because all of ours are private label. So we have to take pictures ourselves. But if you're not using private label, you can literally just copy the image of the picture from the supplier, either Metagenics or Design for Health, copy that picture and then give that to the developer. They can add that to the WooCommerce plugin website on your WordPress website.
Yep. Other options you can do is you can do Shopify is one. Spotify would not do it. You can do WooCommerce, Amazon FBA, or what we have is we actually have a vendor supported online store that was supported by our vendor, and that makes it drop dead easy for us. And again, we didn't really pay anything for that, and it helps us to get affiliate sales. You got the convenience for the patient because they can just order it and it's delivered right to their home.
Right. So what Mike did was that he took part of fulfilling the supplement and shipping it out of his office. Somebody else does that, and he just take the commission. What I do is, on the other end, is that I have the inventory in my office. I have staff that shipped it out from my office. So you can do it both ways. The margin for profitability is more when you're doing it in-house, because on your expenses, just paying for the supplement, because Mike gets the commission, but it ranges from, I don't know, 20% to maybe 25% commission to do that. Now, when I first started out, I also used a site called Fullscript, Full, like in Sam, CRIPT, Fullscript.com, which has a lot of millions of supplements on there. And then they will give you kind of a landing page or like a website that has all your supplement that you recommend on there as well. And it's free to use. Start to create a profile and select your favorite supplements. And you get, I believe, 33 or 35% margin, the retail price. So we actually use that too in combination with what we have in our office, because there are certain products in my office that I don't carry that some of my patients want, but it's not a lot. I'm not going to order 300 of them sit in my office. So I still use Fullscript. I send them there and I say, well, get this particular brand. I think I did that for like some brand for like cortisol. And they went in there and bought it. And I kept 35% of the commission from the sales. Mike, do you use Fullscript also?
We did initially on there, and I think we just had an earlier incarnation of it, so it wasn't as robust as I hear it is now. But I think it's a great place to start for people who are in there, and I know some doctors are really doing well with Fullscript. We've just used our own custom-made store, and that's worked well for us.
Right. Yeah. And I kind of use a combination of both. I'll put our link for Fullscript down in the description of this episode, so you can just click on it. It'll take you straight there. and get started. Well, our goal is to give you strategies that you can literally do tomorrow. Set up your Fullscript account. I've never used Wellevate. What have you used Wellevate?
No, I haven't, but I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah, you heard of it. Do you have a Shopify store? And you can also put all the supplements in the Shopify store as
Yep.
well, too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but you have to hire somebody to design that for you. Now, Shopify will take people off your website to their website. So you're bringing somebody to another website. I'd rather have people hang on my main website page. So that way, after they buy the supplement, they can buy more stuff. They can sign up for other stuff from us from our website as well. And the thing about doing supplements that can exponentially 5x your income with supplements is to make sure that the patient get on subscription. Okay, that's how we're able to monetize very well with our supplements. Is that once somebody buy from us, the next landing page they get to is a subscription. So like they buy one bottle, we say, would you like to have 3 bottles at 30% savings? And then the next step is that after 30 days, we send them emails like, oh, how do you think of the product? Would you like it to be automatically shipped to you at a discounted price? And so we have an email automation that would keep track of everybody that buys. And then the email will go out to ask them if they need more and put them on a subscription. I think it costs $79 for this bottle of nitric oxide, but if they subscribe, it'll be $69 shipped to them every month, free shipping. And I can make a profit from that because I know how much I'm paying for it and I know how much shipping costs. I'm going to give you a big tip here. So there are two shipping companies. If you want to do this yourself, one is called Shippo, Shippo, or Pirate Ship software, every company that you can weigh the product and buy the shipping labels from. So you pay wholesale for shipping labels. So we can send anywhere in the US for less than $7 with our shipping label, depending on how much it weighs and the size of the box. So we know that our shipping cost is no more than $7 if we ship it to the US at this point. So check out Shippo or Pirate Ship is what we use when we send out the packages to yourself. But if you don't want to fulfill it, to use Fullscript or use a link that the company give you so you can just send that to your patient.
All right. Well, I think we should probably wrap this up. So, what are some action steps that you guys can take right now? What we recommend is get your niche, decide what you want to do in terms of your clinic. It could be weight loss, it could be hormones, it could be sexual health, skincare, whatever that is. Decide what you want to do. Do you want to start with affiliate way? Maybe just use Fullscript, or maybe you're ready to do some non-private label or even some private label. We recommend non-private label first, and then maybe engage the interest, and then consider doing private label. Choose one platform to launch it this month, and get ready to go. Use our AI. We use AI to help write product labels to help you build your funnels to all of that. And we should also mention, and that we have a system called the DoctorBoss system that can help you do all of that as well. And I know you use that in your own product.
Right, exactly. We use the DoctorBoss Customer Relationship Management or CRM, which is really based off of Go High Level. They have 350 developers that are working on it daily. And so we just customize it for our doctor's offices and doctor's marketing needs with pre-made templates in there already doctor can use for their practice. Our entire business is based on using this software. And so if you're going to have a product store that you want to be online, when somebody orders something, you got to be notified on who ordered and what. And we can integrate all the WooCommerce or even Shopify into DoctorBoss CRM system. And then it will notify your staff what's been bought and what they need to do. And then send email to your customers or whoever bought the product. So that's really taking fulfillment and delivery to the next level in fulfillment of products, and also keeping your customers in your world. Know that when somebody buys something for you, even as little as $7 or $100, they are 20 times more likely to buy from you again. So you always need to have that buyer customer label and tag in your system to identify who they are. Just know that once they buy from you, they can be repeat buyers. We capitalize on that very, very well. And subscription is what is creating the value for us at this point. So having said that, I know we give a lot of value today. I wish I knew some of this when I first started selling our products in the office 10 years ago. And we're giving you everything that we're doing that is creating a 5-figure a month a supplement sale for us right now. And so I hope you find it helpful. Check out all the information resources on our school group at doctorsonlinesuccess.com and join there where Mike and I are also there interacting. Having said that, we're going to see you in the next episode. And remember that you're just not a doctor, that you are a doctor boss.
See you
Take
guys
care.
next time. Bye bye.